guys, thanks for tuning into this video today. My name is Dee. This is Happy Life Stuff. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And let's get straight into this video. We're talking about energy and how energy affects you and the people even around you. So a couple of years ago now, when I got on this journey, I was on a journey, but I wasn't completely on a journey. There was this night I was reading a post. Actually, it was an email that I got. You know those emails you get where people just want you to purchase their I don't know, something from them. So they tell you like all these things is gonna happen to you, and you could just purchase their download or whatever, and they will help you get back on the right track. Well, before I heard of any of this, any spiritual thing, or I'm saying heard of, but I mean like I actually got on a journey, I read that and it talked about like, this is your last chance, to turn your life around and this and that. Well, anyway, it all kind of just kept leading up to where I am today and just things that I wanted to change about myself. But in that time, I was living somewhere that the energy just really sucked. And I'm saying that because like it was just where I didn't want to be because it was so much going on at that time in my household. And I really wanted a change. I wanted something different. So anything I kind of stumbled upon, it was like very interesting to me. I kind of looked at. And I remember trying to change, but I'll tell you that when you are around people, it's really hard to change your energy if everybody is the same. And I'll tell you what I did to change my energy and how it really helped a lot. Just becoming and feeling different and being able to step out and be someone else, or even really be myself, but just have a better life. So I'll tell you, the first thing you have to do, you really have to understand that you are programmed. We are programmed, and it's nothing we could do about it. And I thought that being programmed, I could just switch and just because I have a little bit of knowledge, that means that I am no longer programmed. But I've seen the same mistakes, and deep down I really want to change. And with that program, I kept making the same mistakes. I kept going back and reverting to the same things that I used to do. And even though it wasn't like the most terrible things, it was just things that I just wanted to do other things that were better. So I kind of made a promise to myself that at least every morning I'm going to turn on the TV and listen to something positive, no matter what. Like that's my morning thing. I'm turning on the TV, I'm listening to people. And that's what I did for a long time. But before I even did that for a long time, I did try to do it. I tried other things and it just didn't work. And then I heard someone say that, yeah, you know how you have to put it in your head. It has to be programmed. And we think that we are programming ourselves just because we have knowledge. It doesn't work like that. We don't change our lives because we understand. We have an understanding. We really have to program it into our heads every day. It has to be a job to change those thoughts of money and jobs and relationships and just the way we feel daily. Like it can really take a toll on your life. And we've already lived life for years. We can always revert back. It's just like being addicted to something. It's easy to just revert back. So we have to do daily trainings of our minds and try to listen to something every day. And I really try to have something playing every day, something in my head. meditation, something. I have to always listen to something daily, every day. There's no day that I go without listening to something positive, somebody talking about something. I listen to it every day. And I really changed the way I listen to a lot of stuff, meaning I don't listen to a lot of negative stuff. I seen how I changed, whereas though I stopped following a lot of people on Instagram that was just throwing up gang signs all the time, or just fighting and just a bunch of negative stuff. Unless it was funny, that's a little different. I did get to a point in life where I listened to a lot of humor before. I used to watch Impractical Jokers every night before I went to bed for a while. I mean, eventually I stopped, but I was watching it because I knew I liked to watch funny stuff, but I would be stuck on scrolling, watching a bunch of negative stuff, especially even the Shade Room. I used to follow that, and now I don't anymore because I'm like, it's always something negative. Why am I watching this daily? And if it's not positive, like people putting together recipes or just something that I like to laugh at, now I'm not watching it anymore. People that you live with, we really have to watch their energy, because you live with people who are also going through things daily. We think that that's not doing nothing to us, that it's doing something. Like, we have to try to get everybody on the same accord when we're living with them. And when I did live with people and I wanted to make that change, I literally had to physically force myself to do it every time I'm about to interact with anyone. Even when it came to working with people, I seen the change that I had to make, because they're not going to change for you. You make the change. When you make the change, then you just make different decisions. Meaning, now you might not want to live or work somewhere or be around certain people anymore, because your energy has changed. And I will say that we think that our bodies can handle a lot, but we might say in our head that I got this, or I'm in a good space, but your body is reacting differently as if it can't handle it. And everything in your body has to be on the same accord. You can't depend on how you feeling in that moment to change things on your whole body, when your body is so used to being in something. So if you're saying that I'm happy or I'm excited, experience the same situations over and over, and you've never been happy in that situation, and your body is going to react as if it's not happy and it needs to remove itself. So you're not aligned, and we start using people to comfort, because we don't know how to be in our bodies and be calm and be emotionally dependent on ourselves. It's always, who can make me feel this? Who can make me feel that? What can I do to feel better in this moment? When in reality, we should be able to really sit with ourselves and feel however we want to feel in that moment. We should be able to sit and turn on something or write something or something that we love and just be happy. Instead, we're looking for the next thing that's going to put us up. Whereas though, once that thing is gone, if you can't go the next day without it, that same drink that you drink daily or smoking, if you can't go the next day and just say like, oh, I don't need this, or the next day, and I don't need this, like, you can't keep saying that, then there's just something that we need to work on internal, because now our body is reacting. So we can't even manifest from that point. We are not aligned. And when you are aligned, thinking about chakras. Chakras should be aligned. Chakras are aligned. Chakras are always supposed to be in balance, and we have to learn to balance all of those points in our body to be able to bring things to us to attract. And sometimes that's hard because we have been programmed in a certain way, whereas though no matter what you do, you think that you're in a better space. You think that money is right there in our reach. We think that jobs are right there in our reach. But in reality, it could be just the people that you are around daily to remind you that it's not in your reach. And it's not even them having to say much at the time. They don't even have to speak to you. You go to work and you see people struggling, you know. And when I say struggling, they're struggling to even be in that job. Like, they don't want to be there. The money's not good. If you think things like that, don't program your mind to think how they're thinking, we really do have another thing coming. Because it is the people, for me, it's like I can live my life however I want, but I've realized that it don't matter how much you live your life, how you love it, how you want to. It doesn't matter. Whoever you put in your circle, if they are negative and you got to see and hear them daily, your mindset is going to start changing. You start to see that just by how you're doing your life. If you get anything out of this video, please don't think that because you have a knowledge that it will change things in your life. Yes, I do believe in knowledge is power, but when you know something, are you actually creating the actions with it? Are we doing that? Are we actually doing things to make sure that we're implementing things that we know? Because without that, you're not showing your body that you are changing. And to manifest, your body has to be the proof, meaning you can think stuff, but then your body showing the proof is where the universe is creating the energy, or you are co-creating the energy with the universe to manifest the things that you want, because the universe is using the action as proof. And with that being said, thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed listening, and I hope that you got something out of it. My name is Dee. Again, happy lifestyle. Please like and subscribe to this page, and I will see you next time. Happy manifesting. Bye.